This episode's brought to you by Arc Raiders, a multiplayer extraction adventure video game set in a lethal yet vibrant future Earth. Available now for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. ArcRaiders.com.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Kind of Funny Gamescast for Thursday, October 30th, 2025. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside Forbes 30 Under 30, a.k.a. New York Game Awards nominated, a.k.a. Leftover Poppy Blessing, Eddie Oye Jr.
Good day, Greg.
How was that Reese's Piece? How was that Reese's Cup?
Lovely.
Yeah?
It was very good.
Overrated candy.
No, it's not.
I said it.
No, it's not.
Wow.
Peanut butter stinks. It doesn't
What?
stink. It's just overrated.
Just
Peanut
in
butter
general?
out of my chocolate. I don't need it.
That's
a very upsetting
That's
thing.
the worst
I like
opinion.
caramel is fine.
Okay.
But a caramel is respected the level caramel should be respected. No one's over here like living and dying.
What's
for
your
it.
goat then?
Oh, what?
Just candy.
Oh, if I was going there, I mean, I'm either getting a Mounds or a Crunch Bar.
Jesus Christ.
Not even an almond joy?
Fucking,
No, fuck almond joy. Get the nut out of here.
Oh my
Now
god!
we're
It's
back
all
to
about the
See's
nut.
candy.
It's all
Just
about
let
the
me
nut.
enjoy the chocolate.
Right.
I don't need a goddamn nut in here.
his taste buds have been
I don't
destroyed by
need it.
age.
A
Man,
fucking mound
you know
is
what I
insane.
mean?
I mean, it comes from the guy that has no beans inside of his burrito. So I mean, yeah.
And look how fast I am.
Greg has the taste buds of somebody who watched his fucking media in black and white. That's crazy. Mounds bar? Yuck.
That's a great one.
Good job,
Yeah,
Bless.
I've always liked Mounds, even as a kid. So that,
You like
but
Heath
that's-
bars?
No.
Oh, Heath
Oh,
bars.
if he said, I thought he would say yes on that.
You like hard candy?
I fuck with hard
Werther's
candy.
original?
Yeah,
I
Get
fuck
mad
with
a second
Werther's
there?
original.
I know you do.
I do
Grandpa.
like
We already
Werther's
talked. We
originals,
made
too.
fun of you on a show about that recently.
Oh, we did?
I didn't know you actually liked it, but
Oh, I do actually.
Nailed it.
That's actually hilarious.
Yeah.
I fuck with that. I have some in my car actually. I think. No, I actually have what was it, the strawberry ones? Remember those ones that got discontinued?
Oh, I love those.
Yeah, they brought them back recently, and I have some in the car. It's a little treat for me.
he's a master of hype, Snowback Mike.
Good morning, Greg. Great to see your smiling face. Hello, King of Halloween, my friend.
Good to see you. Good
Oh,
to see your smiling
I don't like
face.
him. I don't like you calling him King of Halloween 2 episodes in a row.
I thought he was King of Halloween.
No.
Yeah, who we gave it
I
to?
was led to
We
believe.
gave
We
it to
get Janet and Sage.
Sage, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were sick of fighting about it.
Yeah. Well, he was
We're
sick of fighting
former
about
king.
it.
No, you never cared.
No, I always cared
Ah,
about King of
fuck
Halloween.
God, oh my
That's because I love the holiday.
Name the Halloween colors again, Bless. You got
Orange
it.
and black. How could somebody forget that?
How can anybody?
How could
forget
anybody
that?
forget
And
that?
You could slide a green
rounding
and purple
out
in
the quartet, it's the tastemaker, Roger Picorni.
I'm obsessed with this quartercade thing you and I talked about on the KFGD.
Yeah.
I think I might buy one.
I missed it. Give me the drive.
So it's a Kickstarter that is still going on right now. 23 days left to go. It's called the Quartercade, and it is a mini PC that this person is hand making. He said that he only makes like $30 per these devices, but like you can run a fuck ton of games, and they're just small little PC console hybrid right there. And it's like, oh fuck, that's exactly what I want. $350, I think it is. Not bad.
What can it like? So is it running old games or?
No, he's able to run like Elden Ring on it too.
Okay.
So it's like of course it's going to depend per game or whatever, but
is this
that's
the
what
next
I
Xbox
want.
console?
Yeah, this is
is
it. This
what we
got
wanted to
leaked.
talk about
This is what them trying to figure it out right
So
now.
how much is it?
$350.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so this guy is out there. I think $400 for the early bird if you want it right now.
Damn.
But yeah, really cool stuff. I think I might support right now.
Wow, look at that. Roger's gonna
Excited.
do it. He's gonna swipe the card.
I might swipe the card too.
I
That
like
sounds
that.
awesome.
I want a living room PC, and this might be the moment here.
That's pretty sick.
What kind of graphics card is in it?
I can read the specifications. Let's
This is
see.
a Kickstarter, you said?
Yeah, it's a Kickstarter.
And
Right
I should listen to Games Daily, you said?
Yeah, Games Daily.
I like listening on the way home, so it puts me at a
So he has the
disadvantage.
Quartercade regular, and he has a Quartercade Pro, and they're using APUs, CPUs that also have GPU power in it. So they're running AMD Ryzens. One of them is an AMD Ryzen 57640HS, and the other one is the Pro version is the AMD Ryzen 77840HS. I need to do more research on that and how well that's going to run games, but when you see these fucking AMD models,
Hold
they're
on,
just
was that Godfall? What game was that? I haven't seen that game in ages.
that was a game.
And it can run all the hot games like Godfall.
But I saw him playing Elden Ring on that, so I'm gonna do some more research, see what games that it can run. But it seems like it's kind of what I'm looking for right now. Upgradable too. That's it.
Oh my gosh, wow. We'll have to get a review from you on the Kind of Funny Gamescast because that's what we do each and every weekday. We run you through the biggest topics in video games, whether they be reviews, previews, or just things we need to talk about. We cover it all on the Kind of Funny Gamescast live on twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames, youtube.com/kindoffunnygames, podcast services around the globe.
I thought you said we don't do it on Gamescast.
Andy said we don't do it on Gamescast, and I agree with him. But I know Greg does it wrong. So I
Greg's
follow
gonna
his
do what
lead.
Greg's gonna do.
Greg eats
All
hard
right?
candy for fun.
I don't eat hard candy. I eat
He
mouse.
does. That's crazy.
All
you would do
right?
that.
That's worse.
Yeah. Well, it's just weird that some people are so anti-coconut. You know what I mean?
But, but you're anti-nut.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
they suck. No, I'm kidding. You know what I mean? Nuts. I believe in nut segregation.
Whoa. I don't like the S word.
What side and what side? Where are they going?
What?
What nuts are being segregated?
Oh no, they should nuts should stay in their own bowl. Nuts should stay in their own bowl.
I think you want almonds over here.
No. All types of nuts can hang out together, but they shouldn't be hanging out with my chocolate.
Chocolate? Okay.
You know what I mean?
I disagree heavily, but you know what? I can't argue.
If you like the shenanigans we do here each and every weekday, we'd love you to pick up a Kind of Funny membership. Patreon.com/kindoffunny, YouTube.com/kindoffunnygames, Apple and Spotify. Get all of our episodes of content. That's more than 80 a month, ad-free. And of course, get your daily dose of me, Greg Miller, in a 15 to 20-minute podcast we call Gregway. That adds up to 4 hours of exclusive shows, all for you. If you're watching right now, of course, we need you to be super chatting. YouTube.com/kindoffunnygames. You can be part of this here show by super chatting and being in there. Housekeeping for you. We're an 11-person business, all about live talk shows. Kind of Funny Games Daily was all about Animal Crossing New Horizons Switch 2 edition being announced out of the blue. All these directs you could talk about it, tease it at, make a big...
12 minutes, though. 12 minutes.
Sakurai had to get that whole direct to himself.
Oh, of course. After this, you're going to get Predator Killer of Killers in review. Then, the boys are streaming Battlefield 6 for an NVIDIA-sponsored stream. Are you stoked, Mike?
So stoked. I can't stop thinking about this Battle Royale right now.
I love that.
I love this. It's so good.
If you're a Kind of Funny member, today's Gregway is it's actually 17 minutes, it turns out, of my thoughts on Animal Crossing Switch 2 after watching the video this morning. Thank you to our Patreon producers, Carl Jacobs, Omega Bustrain, Delaney the Psalm Twining. Today we're brought to you by Arc Raiders, but we'll tell you about that later. For now, let's begin the show with what is, and forever will be, topic of the show. It is nearly the best day of the year, October 31st, Halloween. Of course, after October 31st, the year falls off. It's just done. You got, a week until Thanksgiving, then 3 days till Christmas, nobody's working, no news is happening, then it's New Year's. And when we think of New Year, we think of new beginnings and how well I'm going to do in Fantasy Critic 2026. All right? I'm really stoked for Fantasy Critic 2026. But of course, before we get there, we do need to land the plane that is Kind of Funny Gamescast Fantasy Critic 2025. So today's Gamescast is your final look at where we're at right now before, of course, we get to next year. See who actually wins the whole damn thing. If you haven't been following along, pull your car over right now. Go to kindoffunny.com/KF League, and you can look in live on our Fantasy Critic. If you've never seen one of these and don't know what we're talking about, of course, Fantasy Critic is basically fantasy football or fantasy baseball or fantasy any sports for video games at the beginning of the year, or really whenever you wanted to start your own. But for us, beginning of the year, we all came together. We went through and drafted 5 games, right? And then we filled out you do a draft where you draft 5 games. Then you go through and you bid on other games and try to outbid each other to get games on your team. You can drop games, add games, blah, blah, blah. But the long and short of it is that throughout the year, these games get reviewed on Open Critic, and the number of points they get above 70 is added to your team. The number of points they get below 70 is subtracted from your score. Then at the end of the year, you see who has the highest score. There are all manner of little things that change.
Counter picks.
Huh?
Counter picks as well.
Exactly. Yeah. There's a whole there's when you get above 90, the score changes. But just if elevator pitch to keep you on with us, we thought we would do that. We have quite the jam-packed league of folks this year, and I can't tell you. You know, every time I listen to one of our shows, and I see all of a sudden Andy say, "Well, we don't pound the table on it." It's like I don't care what you do with it. It's jazz, but I'm always so pleased to see y'all doing things I invented. You know what I mean? These run of shows, these things, the cadence, you're all crushing it. And the way that Roger Picorni and Snowbike Mike have been the slimiest little shits this entire Fantasy Critic on in the Discord to try to sway things for the official. I'm so proud of these two little
Thanks,
shits.
Greg.
Yeah, we're cheating.
taught us well.
We're
You
cheating, Barrett.
inspired us.
We're cheating, Barrett.
No.
We're definitely
Just so you guys
cheating.
know,
Definitely cheating.
We're going to have another episode.
Yeah.
I've not told Greg this. We're going to have the Fantasy Critic Summit where we come together and we figure out what the fuck to do with this thing.
Oh, we got
I'm
some.
sick of this.
Me and Mike have some
You
ideas.
two
like
might be
that.
I'm gonna put you both on the same.
In
team next year.
reality, Blessing, what have they done? It's all been within the letter of the law.
I don't think they. I
As
know.
someone who was
Right down the middle.
as somebody who was falsely
Roger admitted
persecuted,
that he was breaking the rules.
You know.
He was
What
trying
is-
to,
what
he
does
was trying
words
to
mean?
trade Mike Ninja Gaiden 4, and in exchange, Mike would help him make the argument about the remakes in the
Yeah,
Discord.
it wasn't the rules. You
That
know,
isn't the rules.
That's not the rules.
We made a whole rule about
yeah,
that.
you know what? I'm down to have this summit because we have a lot of things we'd like to bring to you.
That's a great call.
Commissioner. You know what I mean? Like we have ideas. We
My
have things
idea is
to make
kicking
it
both
better.
y'all
We
out.
see the future. We see the future. We see the future of what this league can be, and we have some interesting people who we think we can bring into this league to kind of even it out,
No,
and make it more
absolutely
fair.
not. No,
More
that's not
fair.
happening.
Yeah,
Nobody else is
yeah,
coming in.
yeah. We have some
in fact,
really
people
good
might
people.
get kicked up.
I like that. Their pitch is going to be having someone else be commissioner to take over your
their pitch is
spot.
going to be, Nick Scarpino can make all major decisions,
We have another person.
and Joey
it
Noel.
just feels like underneath
That's all the
this
people.
Blessing leadership, there have been a lot of false accusations thrown around. Of course, I was
Absolutely.
demonized for trading Starfield back in the day. You know what I mean?
Demonized.
Demonized.
Unfairly demonized.
And it
yes.
exactly. It was
He said
all
it.
letter of the law.
in a totally legal and fair trade.
Two
You know,
consenting adults.
That
Two
led to me
consenting
winning
adults.
that year. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And there was, I'll put an asterisk next to put an asterisk. You don't need that. I did what I needed to do to win.
And because of
Didn't
this
you
legal
pay
fair
money,
trade.
like actual money and Gary book
No,
sponsorship?
Barrett, this is one of the things. You're one of those horrible people on the internet who reads the headline and thinks they know the whole story.
No, I feel like
money
I
was
lived
paid.
through it.
No
No
money was
money.
paid. Maybe I used the in-game dollars, and then I gave away free advertising for Gary's book. That's
was a
what I
great
did.
book.
All right, I did a gun dog ad. You know what I mean? And then the next year we said you can no longer do that kind of stuff, and I've never done it again.
Yeah.
But you know who did?
Well, you know
We
what
didn't
cost
even know
us?
that.
That's hearsay.
It
But
cost
also,
us
it didn't even
because
go
we weren't
through.
allowed to trade.
Yeah.
So
Because of Greg's actions
you-
that were totally fair and legal, you
Well, they were
took
fair
the
and legal
car-
that year. Then since then we've said you can't do.
Well, yeah. We lost the ability to trade, and that's a big question mark in the league.
Huge question
That-
mark.
That is something in the league that should be viable and being able to
That's
do.
a basic. That's a basic law
Two
of any
consenting
fantasy.
adults should be allowed to trade.
Of any
you
fantasy
admitted
league.
that you were trading off of cheating.
No cheating.
No
Yes,
cheating.
we're just in the Discord. We're talking to people, having a civil conversation.
Mike,
I didn't know you were
friends.
anti-conversation.
You're trying to push games to be tagged as certain things that maybe they shouldn't be.
Yeah, and
you're
guess
getting Nick Scarpino
in exchange for giving him Ninja Gaiden 4.
Well, then we didn't even go through.
Didn't go through because there's no trading
So
in the league.
if I go into a bank and I try to rob the bank,
Whoa,
and my
whoa,
gun
whoa,
jams,
whoa,
and I don't get the
whoa,
money, I still broke the
whoa,
fucking
whoa.
law.
Also, who has Ninja Gaiden 4 right now?
Mike.
Mike.
Yeah, because I dropped it.
Yeah, he dropped it.
Because you told me I couldn't trade, so then I
Couldn't
used my
trade.
legal and fair trades and drops.
Right down the middle.
Can't even
Got
figure
there.
out what the
We
legal
got
words
there.
are.
We got there. Well, you didn't even know that we can do trades or can't do trades, so you know.
There's been a lot of moving, a lot of shaking in here. So let's just bring you up to speed, just at a top level, what we're at right now in terms of who are placed where. All right. So currently in first place, it is the one, the only, the master of hype, Snowbike Mike. The publisher name is Team Andy Made Me Pick It. Currently, he has 121 points. I'm just rounding up like I think they do on your things as well. He also has a budget of $5. I'm interested to hear if he's going to do anything with that.
Thank you.
Right behind him is a man, very legal, Roger. ALO Games.
Halo free game.
106
Halo Reach
right
games.
now, second place right there. But right behind him, hot on his tail, is the one and only Andy Cortez, Nitro Rifle Games, in third place with 105 points. So just 1 point really separating those two. Behind them, in fourth place, is Blessing, 103 points. Behind them, of course, Sad Boy Barrett, Boss Baby Productions, about 95 points. Behind them, Parris Lily with Positivity P, 93 points in sixth place. Then a humongous drop-off. Greg Miller, Ecto 1 Games. I still have 2 games to come out, if that matters. 59 points in seventh place. And then behind me, Tim Geddes, Let Tim Publish, 56 points.
Yeah,
And
that's
as long as I can beat Tim, which is going to be tough,
Yeah.
which is going to be difficult, I will be happy if I can get out of here. You know, it's weird. Of course, Tim has the crown. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, is it that Tim won last year and I won the year before that?
Yes.
Is that the lineage? So it's funny that we're now at the fucking cellar
Yeah.
doing this
Yeah.
goddamn thing. Mike,
Greg?
what's your key to success?
Oh.
Well, my key to success was listening to my best friend, Andy Cortez, and following his, ever guidance on what games I should pick. And that's what's really led me to here. But no, truly and honestly, it's been pandering to the audience because the audience knows best. And they were the ones who put me on to Trails in the Sky first chapter.
That's
and I'm
huge.
just so happy I followed them and listened to them. I also bet on the audience with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I believed in a small studio from France, Expedition 33.
I
You
didn't.
did.
So, like, I shot from the hip and I believe.
Mike is a fascinating thing if you were an audio listener and can't see the screen right now on this team, where he currently has 2 zeros locked, and he's still in first place with 121 points. So, again, the way it works is that if you when we draft games, everybody on the thing has to make a counter pick. When someone counter picks one of your games, basically they're saying that game won't come out this year, and so you're locked in with a 0, or I believe that game will not perform as well as the other one. So hopefully if it drops below 70 points on OpenCritic, I would get points for it, or, it's just the lesser of all the evils available. So right now, Mike's with his number 1 pick took Grand Theft Auto 6, of course. I counter pick that, locking it in. That means he's guaranteed 0 points on that one. But after that, Expedition 33, of course, getting him 24 points. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, 19 points. Trails in the Sky, first chapter, 20 points. Then Hyper Light Breaker.
Oof.
Not, another lock in there of not coming, so he's locked into 0 points. After that, the first Berserker, not the last Berserker, Kazan, 11 points. Donkey Kong Bonanza, 23 points. EA College Football, 26, 14 points, which I did not believe in.
I told
I did
y'all.
not believe that at all.
Yep.
Ninja Gaiden 4, 12 points. And then he still has an open slot to pick.
You can find a
One more
99.
selection.
What are you going to draft, Mikey?
Yeah, Greg. This episode was really a little bit kind of a pressure cooker for me because everybody looked at me and said, "You're going to make your last selection here on the stream," and I said, "I'm not doing that on the show.
No.
Okay, you have to wait on my time here."
Yeah, you're number 1.
And so I have some picks I want to talk about with the team. I do just want to highlight, I've been under a lot of pressure this year with Fantasy Critic. As you know, I had the second pick in the draft that you brought up, Greg.
Yeah.
And I kind of, my hand was forced to pick Grand Theft Auto 6. On the first player, of course, Sad Boy Barrett, he had the option. Really weigh it out. Do you believe that they will delay this game, or do you pick Grand Theft Auto 6? And he believed in the delay, and he got Monster Hunter Wilds. Now, as number 2, I was really forced my hand of like, now,
you
when
do?
do I feel? But I feel
keep
like you
using that
had to
force
pick it.
word.
You had to pick it. If you were in my shoes.
Nobody else here thought that game was coming out this year.
Well, here's the problem. You weren't second pick, so you wouldn't approve
Exactly.
that.
That's fair. That he got you.
That's a good point.
Second pick.
That's a good point.
Maybe
if
you
only
would've
somebody
picked
was
it.
first pick. And
Just so
skipped
you know. So, like, I got stuck behind the ball right there. And then I had a delicate dance. If you rewind the tape, I really encouraged a lot of people to maybe counterpick my team, which was, putting the target on my back. That was a bad idea.
Kind of a silly idea.
Yeah.
But you did that because you didn't want anybody to counterpick Indiana Jones, which honestly was a good counterpick for you.
I saw that as well. Thank you very much,
Yeah.
Barrett. I appreciate the
And
love.
I just want to make sure of this. Your first 5 games on your team here up to Hyper Light Breaker were all drafts, right? Like, that's all, like, day 1 picks?
That is correct.
That's
All
crazy.
lock-ins. Yeah, thank you so much. And
Got
so
the eye, guys.
I followed Andy Cortez with Hyper Light Breaker. He loves Hyper Light Drifter. He loves that studio. He really
told you
believes
not
in
to
them.
draft it.
And that was one, like, I looked into my best friend's eyes, and I just believed in the nitro rifle, and he betrayed me.
I drafted that one last year as well, and that also was the same situation. So I kind of looked at you. I was like, "Why are you doing that?" You're like, "This is the one."
And that was one of those unfortunates where someone counterpicked it. I don't know which one of you did, but
I think Andy did.
it came out early access, didn't receive enough reviews to get a score, so I got very lucky. Then the team a couple months later was like, "Hey, hold up. We're like halting production on this," which then put it onto the "it won't release this year" category, where I could have dropped it, but unfortunately
Counterpick.
I wasn't able to get out of it. So that gave me the 2 zeros. So now we moved a little bit forward. I bet on first Berserker Kazan. It got me 11 points. Would have
Ben Starr.
I'll tell you, you want 15 points and above. If
Yeah.
you're playing Fantasy Critic with your friends, your target goal is always 15 and above, right? In a perfect world, you're probably not going to get that, but you're aiming for that. And so I had to make a big move, Blessing. And this is where, when we go to the Fantasy Critic Summit, I'm going to raise my hand and I'm going to propose something. As many of you know, a lot of you like to sit on your cash. A lot of you are afraid to spend it on like Big Mike, who's willing to throw it down.
How much
Both
did you
in game and in real life.
How much did you bid on Donkey Kong
Thank you.
Bonanza?
As
I
I
think
get
it was
to it-
more than what the game is actually worth.
I wasn't afraid to stiff arm Barrett and the rest of my opponents to keep the best games
Smart.
for myself. And so
was
I
smart.
splurged
Smart.
because what is $89
Dodgers.
at the end of the game going to do for me? And that's why I propose a new idea.
Yeah.
All of the money that you have left in your bank account at the end of the year gets turned into points or half points. So to encourage you to maybe make smarter bids, or maybe
You understand this works
Maybe.
in your favor.
well, no, this would hurt me because I don't have any points. It would do Tim a big benefit because Tim has $96 left. He didn't do anything.
yeah, but like
Tim has no idea how the
Tim
game
would
is
win.
played. So I'm saying,
Tim would win.
what if we
so busy anticipating the birth of his daughter? Got real life going on.
what if we turn the money into points at the end?
What?
So
No, that's
now you have
terrible idea.
I'm even against you on that one. I mean, like,
chat
Because like
Stay
Tim
with me.
played,
It's a
Tim
good
played
idea.
the game badly. We shouldn't award Tim for playing
Thank
the game
you.
badly. You saw the potential in .com Bonanza and saved your money and went, oh, I have 80 whatever dollars to spend here. I feel like that's the game we're playing.
Greg, let me tell you on this. You have $23. You would get 23 points.
Here's what I'll say: is the game needs to be played on the page.
Yeah.
We can't come in with this is like Monopoly, where all of a sudden free parking, put all your money in the middle. No, we're not breaking the game where it's going to be, we look back and like, okay, well, Roger has the crown, but because of Mike's weird shit, actually Greg is the guy who had it. Like, no, it's definitely whatever's happening on the page has to be on the
I
page.
can see what options they have on the website, because maybe if they have it, then maybe
Maybe we throw it out there, but to return to it then, of course.
We'll
I
think
go
about
to
it.
EA Sports College Football. I believed in that. It was year number 2. I thought
Yeah,
they
I
would
did
make
not believe in that
improvements.
one.
They did that. Ninja Gaiden 4, me and Roger. This is when me and Roger started to cheat. Okay, this is when we started to get into collusion.
After all of them, we haven't been cheating.
This is when we started to cheat.
we were cheating.
Roger,
it's full like mask off, MAGA. Just like, yeah, we're doing it.
We
What are
were
you going to stop
cheating.
us about
this
now?
is
What are you
when
guys gonna do?
Roger promised me Ninja Gaiden 4 would deliver. And by the points there,
No, that's also
it didn't deliver.
that's not true. now that is Mike doing his Mike thing, where I looked at him and I was like, "Hey, Mike, I don't want Ninja Gaiden 4. I don't think this game is going to be great.
Yeah.
But also, I want to get Crimson Desert,
Yeah.
and then I want to drop that and then have a free drop space, right? So that was the game we were playing. But I told you straight up, I was like, I don't think this game is going to be amazing. Clearly, I was wrong. I mean, this game has an 82. Still great. That's a great.
But like I
little
said,
Metacritic.
85 or above. And so now
12
we
bits
get
not
to
bad.
my final pick, and that's what today's episode is all about, was putting the pressure on Mike to reveal what his final pick is. These people, these opponents, my competitors, okay, audience out there, fine, incredible human beings in the audience out there. These jabronis here at this desk and out there are trying to put pressure on me to select the game today, and I'm not going to do that, okay? But I will tease you with some of the games.
Just for
that
a
I
record,
got.
too, if you've never done Fantasy Critic before, he couldn't just. He could bid on a game today, and then the bids process still in 2 days. So it's not even like.
Well,
he's
here's the catch: nobody else can bid. So like, it's my game, no matter what. It'd be one thing if you guys can slide in a bid. You can't bid.
Greg's looking a little weird.
I mean, I do believe that. Like, I still have. a
Yeah,
drop.
Greg still has drops,
And
and he
I-
has a lot of money.
I have drops money, and I have the ability. We have to when we get to mine. We need to talk about Moonlight.
We'll see. We'll see. I like that you got the. I like that you
Stand
got the
back
vibe.
and stand aside, okay?
Stand down and stand by.
I'm just saying,
You're
there's
not a player. You're not a player.
there's still
okay?
Greg
I could just be flying the ointment.
and
Make it
Tim
work
that
out wild.
that
I
could
can
be
get involved.
recruited
talk
to
about
hold
it.
you
I
back.
We got some ideas for the summit. Greg.
Now, Roger put a lot of pressure on me here at the end of like, Mike, you need to select Ball X Pit. And I really trusted Roger. And I was like, I was 75% of the way there. And then Roger did the most Roger fucking move and selected it his damn self. And that
Yeah.
really upset me.
I looked at you for maybe months. I said, "Hey, man, this is the game to get." And you said, "I don't know." Andy says it might not be that great. I don't know. And I was like, "Fuck you, I'm taking it then." And he's like, "Okay." And then he's doing the mic thing where he's doing one-word answers. I'm like, I need to look out for myself for once.
While we're here, why don't we look at second place? ILO Games.
Alo
Games.
reach.
We got Roger with his first pick, took Ghost of Yote, got 17 points off of that.
Pretty solid.
Second pick, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. We will see in December
We will
how that
see.
nets out. That's impressive. South of Midnight brought in 7 points. Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition brought in 17
here we go.
points.
Here we
the Talos
fucking go.
Principle Reawakened.
God.
18
That
points.
was a great
The
pick.
Elder Scrolls fucking 4
pick.
Oblivion Remaster brings
so
in 12
sick.
points. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 plus 4 brings in 13 points.
Great pick.
Keeper 12 points. Final Fantasy Tactics the Chronicles
That's where we worked.
17 points.
That's where we were.
Ball Cross Pit 17 points. his counter pick of Claire Obscure lost in 24 points.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to talk about
he
that.
would run away with it right now, but currently
Yeah,
I would all that and was like, it's too original.
Yeah,
a
that's
new
exactly
game.
what happened.
I gotta kinda make that
106
original
points
video game.
currently, but yes, Blessing, while we're here, Commissioner, talk to me a little bit about why we all groan when we get to Xenoblade, Talos Principle, Elder Scrolls 4, Tony.
Well, you know,
Not all.
And
some
Final
of us.
Fantasy Tactics.
it's the
Okay,
thing
well, no,
where
it's a full remake. You played that game. It's a full remake.
I'm not gonna get too mad at Roger because
Playing the game?
he's playing the game. There are rules set for remake, reimagining, and remasters, and what's allowed and what's not allowed. Remasters aren't allowed, and you might
Remasters.
look at Roger's list and go, "Oh, Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion remastered." Doesn't that fit? Well, according to the Fantasy Critic website, they look at that and they go, "Well, no, that remaster is actually a remake."
and we weren't part of
Because
that
we're not-
discussion.
We're not judging off of the title. We're judging off of what the game is, which fair. It's weird. It's a whole thing. So I don't groan at that necessarily. Will that be a thing that comes up in the summit? Who knows? If somebody submits a complaint, we can talk about it. But I mainly groan when we get to the Discord conversations and the wheeling and dealing that goes on behind the scenes with Roger and Mike.
I mean, we could talk about that, right? I mean, these conversations are out in the open. These are not private conversations. You can join the Discord at any time. It says it right there at the top. You can press the
could
button, you join
the
it right
Discord.
there.
I
Say,
did.
I'd like to shut this down.
I did also
Yeah, it's a
join
great call.
just to keep an eye on whatever
Of course.
fuckery
And
they-
all we're
they got
doing
going on.
is we're just putting out our opinions, and we've gotten, being like, hey, that's a good idea, Roger and Mike. But sometimes, most of the times, it's a lot of, don't worry about it. We'll figure out our discussion, Roger and Mike.
What are some of the games you've tried to make arguments for?
Well, we made an argument for Final Fantasy Evil East Chronicles because that game is quite literally a remake.
Sure.
The
What about
developers.
Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2?
Okay, well, we'll talk about that in a second.
They added new pages to the book.
Yeah, I made that distinction. I said, hey, everybody, I think this should be a partial remake because they added some new storybooks, storybook pages, and they said no. And I was like, okay, that's fair. You guys are the judges. You guys are the judge, jury, and executioners. I understand it. But with Evil East Chronicles, Mike and I, we did put our 2 cents out there because there was an article from the director who said that they lost all the code of the game, the entire code of the game, so they had to rebuild the entire game from scratch. I think that sounds like a partial remake at the very least. At the very least.
I mean, I'm not mad at it.
And it also has voice acting. So that's a partial
I'm not
remake at
mad.
the very
That-
least.
I want to get mad at
that
it,
one's
but I'm
fair.
That one's fair. I don't think
It's fair.
anything that I've argued here is unfair.
Principle
Xenoblade
Wait,
Playing
Chronicles.
it on the page.
Hold on.
Yep. Oh,
Straight
so
on the
Talos
page.
Principle.
Well, okay, first of all, Xenoblade Chronicles.
All right, well, let's talk
next.
about Talos Principle because you said that. Talos Principle is fully remade in Unreal Engine 5. Fully remade.
Fully remade.
Okay,
I don't know
fair.
what that.
Fine.
Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition.
I've made the distinction before. Have you played Xenoblade Chronicles X before?
I played the Definitive Edition.
Have you played the original?
I know, but
So you will never know. You will never know what they've changed.
Fucking remake.
No one knows what they've changed.
They have new content in it. I don't buy
Play
it.
it on the page. Fantasy Critic says it's legal if it's
There's
inside
new-
the thing. We set it all
Partial
up.
Definitive Edition.
There is new content inside of it, right?
But what is that?
That's a
new
partial
content?
remake.
And here's the
Now,
problem.
tell me one new content, Roger.
I don't know. I don't have to know anything. I'm telling you, the information's out
played it
there.
on
The
the
for
page.
you.
machine allows it.
and that's the thing is, I can't get mad at it because the website deems it as so.
Exactly.
And
So we're just
it is
talking.
what it
It's
is.
not like Mike and I came in there and said, this is what needs to happen because we're the #1 fantasy critic influencers. No, they've said no to
fair,
us.
that's fair.
They've said no to us multiple
Listen,
times.
as commissioner, if you guys were doing anything here that was like, shady or actual cheating,
If I'm offering to
would've stepped-
Venmo them, then you can get after it, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I would have stepped in and been like, no, Roger.
Like, have you offered to Venmo them?
100% he
We've
has.
thought about it.
Jesus Christ. But everything Roger has done here is all technically legal.
And I fucked myself.
Oh,
I
it's
mean,
all perfect.
It's all perfectly legal. I have fucked myself. I mean, clearly with the Expedition 33 one. Again, I will stand by it in the sense that I did that before the second, the actual gameplay drop of that trailer happened, the developer director, which was in January or February around there. I think it was in January. This was the initial reveal trailer, I think, at
Game
Game Awards, right? So I saw the big names. I saw Charlie Cox. I see fucking Gollum in there. He's in this game. He's in this game, and I'm like, I don't know, man. It's such a you have all these amazing, incredible inspirations. How it's a small team. Are you guys going to be able to do it? I bet against a small team. Clearly, I was in the wrong.
It felt like a very ambitious,
Yes.
almost too ambitious project for such a small new team that has had experience before. I was right there with you, Roger. Where at the beginning of the year, I was a doubter of this game. But yeah.
Yeah. So I'll take that big L. I'll take that big L, and next year I'm going to learn. I'm going to counterpick. Just fucking. I'm gonna
6.
just find. Yeah, I'm gonna find
Yeah.
GTA 6, and we're gonna counterpick that.
The thing that I learned of, obviously, when it comes to the counter picks, it comes down to like games that are the games that we have the option to counter pick, right? Like I think when you're either the last counter pick or when you're in that last few, it is all right. What's the lesser of all these evils?
Yep.
I was looking at a page. I already lost it, so I'll see if I can find it again. That broke down the stats over the years of like what were the best counter picks, what were the worst counter picks, and all this stuff. And funny enough, the best ones are always games that get delayed into the next year.
Yeah.
Like it's so rare that we have a game that's listed that gets scored below a 70.
Or gets canceled like Everwild, which is what I should have done. Or
Yeah.
Everwild, is that the one that you picked?
No, you're thinking of the Celeste.
Yeah, the Celeste team.
Follow-up.
Which I was like,
that
I
was
was
the game I
kicking,
drafted.
I was kicking myself. Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
I think it was that news came out right as the Claire Obscure's like gameplay trailer started to come out, and I was like, "Fuck, man, alternate universe." I could have done
Yeah,
that.
like I'm looking at the lowest
Earthblade.
scoring games, and this goes back to 2021. In this specific league page, it's been on and off, so don't use this as gospel. But the lowest scoring games here of all time, right? Battlefield 2042 was picked by Greg, and that got us back in 2021.
I don't like this narrative. I look over this. I already don't like this narrative.
And that scored a 65 on Metacritic or on OpenCritic. Jet the Far Shore was picked by Emron in 2021. That scored a 65. To the Rescue, a dog shelter simulator, was picked by Greg in 2021. That scored 67. And then everything else for the lowest scoring games are all did not release games. Elden Ring, She Dreams Elsewhere, Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, Silk Song, Gotham Knights, Sinuous, like all those scoring 70 have been the lowest scoring scores since this league has began. So.
Gotham Knights got a 70?
Well, because it didn't release the year that this person picked it.
Tim.
Yeah, Tim picked it in 2021.
Yeah, you're dogging me, but look at Tim. They're all Tim games.
I think these were all games that I think this is tracking from 2021, 2024, and 2025. I think between 2022 and 2023, along with 2020, those were all PS I Love You leagues, which were a different thing.
Fair enough. Of course, we want to keep going through all of this to keep you updated on the Fantasy Critic moving and shaking over here, that you can keep up with the kindoffunny.com/KF League. But we also thought we'd remind you right now about the fact that we couldn't do this without your support. Pick up a Kind of Funny membership, patreon.com/kindoffunny, youtube.com/kindoffunnygames, Apple and Spotify to get the Kind of Funny membership, all our content ad-free, and a daily dose of me. But right now, here's a word from our sponsor.
This episode is brought to you by Arc Raiders, a multiplayer extraction adventure game where most of humanity shelters underground, but raiders rise to the surface in search of something greater. In the Rust Belt, danger isn't the end of the story, it's the beginning of the adventure. Every journey above ground is a gamble against the relentless machines of Ark and rival raiders chasing the same dream. Explore a lethal yet vibrant world scarred by old conflicts and reclaimed by nature, where shifting conditions makes every high-stakes run unpredictable. Adventure isn't a choice, it's the price of thriving. You've seen the boys playing Arc Raiders, and they're absolutely loving it on all those streams. You can join them too. Arc Raiders available now on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, S, and PC.
And we're back. kindoffunny.com/KF League 2025. That's what I knew I was forgetting something.
Super
fills for me so easy.
Super Tyler puts in the chat, to be fair to Chronicles X, the whole UI is redone and it adds a chapter to give it an actual ending.
You know what? That's a full ass remake. That's
Hey,
that's
come on.
That's a damn near new game
Come
right there.
on, see?
All right, I got to respect it now.
I like you as commish. You know, we might
I'm
not
being
try to change
sarcastic,
it.
by the way.
I might not try to change it. With
We
what
might not try to
power?
change it. We have some ideas.
There's a lot of super chats in here, of course. Dean says, Mike and Raj lucky the FBI is busy with the NBA.
We're next up.
Hard to find says, Mike, you're my dog, but quite frankly, that's the worst idea I've ever heard. Ricardo says, Blessing is just jealous that Mike and Raj have been able to riz their way to a W on Discord. And then call out, of course, that we were just talking about off air. Football Manager 26 is a 63. Bullet dodged everyone. Because, Mike, you were talking about that for a while.
Yeah, we'll talk about the games that I'm looking at for my final spot. But yeah, Football Manager was a big one. They, of course, didn't release last year. Your hopes were that they were getting everything right. They were really dialing it in. And they had an open beta like a week before launch or maybe 2 weeks before launch. And I looked at Roger. I said, I'm on the Reddit here day one, and it's on fire. I don't think this is the right choice. So I avoid that one thing.
That's a tough one because for like a good couple of years, like back in 2020, 2021, Football Manager was such a solid... If you need 10 to 12 points in December to like get up there, like that was always a consistent pick. But it's sad to see them struggling the last couple of years.
So again, Mike in first place has one game left to drop in there, try to make him move.
Thank you.
Raj in second place has Metroid Prime still on the docket
That's
for
it.
December coming
Locked
up.
in.
We then turn our eyes to third place, Nitro Rifle Games. That's Andy Cortez, who currently is waiting on Skate Story and Demon School to post. And again, he's at 105, so right behind y'all on your heels.
Yeah.
He had Civ 7, got him 9 points with his first pick. Ouch. You know what I mean? Doom the Dark Ages, 16 points. Avowed got him 10 points. Always crazy to remember Avowed came out this year.
Insane.
Skate Story we're still waiting on. Lies of P Overture got 15 points. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound got him 16 points. MLB The Show 25 got him 13 points. Hell Is Us only got him 8 points.
Damn.
Yeah. Absolve him. I can never say it.
Absolum.
Absolum. 16 points.
for him.
Yeah, we're waiting on Demon School right there.
Yeah, that was a good slide in right at the end with Absolum. That's a good
Roger,
game.
with one game left to go there, a big one, Metroid Prime. Are you worried about Andy coming in and being able to usurp you with Skate Story?
Oh
and
yeah,
Demon
for sure. No, he's gonna beat my ass. But you know, it's I tried and I worked hard. I remember last year, I think I was last place.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
pretty sure I was
yeah,
last
yeah,
place.
yeah.
So I mean, I'm just looking for this is the rebuild year. This is me trying new things, figuring out how the buttons work, figuring out what's cheating, what's not cheating. Yeah, just readjusting. So I'm feeling good, and I'm happy for Andy. And honestly, he's doing great. And he just dropped Witchbrook, Witchbrook, which was delayed out of this year, and he picked up Demon Schools. That was a good pick on his part.
I'm glad I advised him to do that because again,
Oh.
I don't need to win. I just need Mike and Roger to lose.
Oh, advised.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Advising.
Well, you two are advising
You two
each
are
other all the
colluding.
goddamn time. All right.
It seems like we all collude, huh? Interesting.
I think Skate Story and Demon School are going to be solid ones to keep him fighting until the end of the year, but it's going to be very close, I think.
We look our eyes then at Blessing Adeoye Jr., fourth place with him Tendo. Of course, 3 games left to post for Blessing. Mixtape, Possessors, and Luminous
2 games,
Arise.
really, because mixtape ain't coming out. Mixtape is not coming out.
To run you through the tail of the tape, Split Fiction was his number 1 pick, got him 21 points, humongous. Death Stranding 2 on the beach, 20 points, humongous. Wander Stop with 11, Mario Kart World with 17, Mixtape, which is counterpicked and locked in, of course, not looking good for coming out this year as they continue to be
What's
dead
like the
silent.
best case scenario? Like, is it a shadow drop at this point?
Game Awards, yeah.
Yeah, Game Awards.
Yeah.
I
But,
was
like,
really worried about the idea at Xbox thing earlier this week. I was like,
That might happen.
It might happen.
Too small.
I don't know if that's a game that shadow drops at Game Awards. That's a game that needs to be in the awards. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's a game that needs to be nominated for the awards.
Possessors, which is coming up pretty quick, again coming out. Bionic Bay got you 16 points.
That was a great
dude.
pull.
Skin Deep got you 6 points.
Fuck.
You picked up Luminous Arise, which should be fucking awesome.
Yeah,
and then Consume Me here with 13 points. Your counter pick was Tim's unannounced mainline Mario platformer.
Good for
that
you.
Did
Yeah.
not come.
It's a big swing, honestly.
Huge,
with the
big
3D
swing.
Mario platformer. You know, DK Bonanza was announced, and like I've never had like such a sigh of relief in my life of oh shit, they're not doing it. I can't believe it. But you know, I feel good about the picks I have, except for Mixtape. I think Mixtape honestly is the make or break here of. If that was able to come out this fall based off of your guys' Summer Game Fest previews, I think that would have skyrocketed me into possibly second or first place. But at this point, I've lost all hope with Mixtape coming out.
Yeah, sadly.
I still think you have a shot, honestly, of like looking at everybody for the rest of the year and what games we have left on the board.
You got a shot.
I honestly think you're going to be the one to be here, Bless, because Luminous Arise, like looking back at Tetris Effect, like that's a 90, I think, on Open Critic. Like
shit, nice.
that, like I think Luminous Arise will maybe not hit as big as Tetris Effect, but I would still
Maybe like
imagine
an
high
88,
80s,
you know?
you know?
Yeah.
And then Possessors, like, I don't have a good finger on the pulse with that one, but I know how excited people are for that game. So, like, I could see you getting anywhere from, like, mid-30s to, like, 40 points left on the board here.
What's first place? Like what's the right now? First place is 100.
So pretty much
121.
you, Andy, and Barrett are all in this with me of like, if your games were to score 15 or above, you would be in the
We're in the
130
combo.
range.
Yeah.
And we're all having a very close battle to see where this goes. Barrett has 3 games.
I was going to say, let's bring Barrett into the conversation then, if you don't mind,
Yep.
so we have an idea of who all is still in the mix over here. Boss Baby Productions currently has 95 points, but yes, 3 games left to play. Monster Hunter Wilds got Barrett 19 points. Citizen Sleeper 2 Starward Vector got him 17 points. Dispatch is locked. So far, no points, right? Because we're waiting to see the whole thing come out. Is that what the little?
Yeah,
it needs
so
more reviews. Yeah.
It's
This
got reviews, but
Not
it's
enough.
I think it needs to be like a certain, what is it, like
3?
Well, no, it's got like 8 reviews on there, but I think they're from smaller outlets.
Got
like
it.
they need to be like from bigger outlets or whatever.
It's also a weird one because nobody's fully reviewed Dispatch. Like the reviews are for episodes 1 and 2, which
Yeah,
they can't count towards this, right?
I have no idea, but I imagine once the full season is
then
out,
it'll
like you're
all
going to
update.
get your IGN, your GameSpot reviews and stuff like that. I feel good about Dispatch, just for the reaction people are having for the first 2 weeks. I see that getting mid-80s
I
at
see
the end of
that.
the day, unless it like falls off in like the last week or
I'm like,
something like that.
you're thinking like 82, 83 is where my prediction would be.
Okay.
After that, Rift of the Necro Dancer got you 10. Everhood 2 got you 8 points. Blueprints, 20 points. Hell
Hey.
yeah. Shinobi Art of Vengeance got 17 points. Then Left to Release, I'll toss in Rematch, got you 4 points, which is crazy. I would have thought that
Crazy.
got you, would
Game
have
of
gotten
the
you more. Unbeatable and Marvel Cosmic Invasion are still left to release this
Huge.
year. You
huge, yeah.
counterpicked Mixtape, which looks like it's going to pay off if it doesn't come out.
Yeah, and that was the counter picking. I was the last person to counter pick, and that was the hope that it wasn't going to come out this year because that game does look rad as hell. Rematch. That was I was really heartbreaking. I was really riding on the high and excitement of Bless, Mike, and Andy on that one, and that did not pay off.
All you needed to do was ask us because I would have told you that's not going to do well on that.
Yeah.
I would have been like, no.
I don't trust any of you though anymore, especially
That's
because
fair.
of those two at the desk there.
Trustworthy.
I think my biggest mistake this year, honestly, was a game that I drafted day 1 and then dropped because I got too in my head about it because it was a DLC for an indie game, and that was we'll talk about it later. But Greg ended up picking it up. Was Sea of
Sick.
Stars: Throes of the Watchmaker.
Wow.
If I hadn't dropped that, which I think after I dropped that, I picked up both Rift of the Necrodancer and Everhood 2. Like I would be in a much, I think, easier spot and feel like a bit more safe about getting a win here. Because of that, though, we'll see. I do think Dispatch will get me probably an 84 or 85, just with like a lot of 9 so fars, a lot of 8. So I really think it'll hit in the middle there. Unbeatable is a weird one.
Yeah.
Unbeatable has been like one of my most anticipated indie games in the last like 4 years since that white label demo came out. I think in 2020 or something like that. That one I'm really looking forward to. It's coming out next week, and it's one that like I could see being really into rhythm games, being really into, you know, the anime vibe and what they're teasing as like a kind of really emotional story that has some interesting political commentary in it. I could see it being like one of my like contenders, but I could see it reviewing at like an 80 overall on like Open Critic or something like that.
Barrett, I understand, but from the chat, we have Nicholas saying, I thought Sea of Stars is good. Why'd you drop the DLC?
Because Greg and I have like had this conversation before where like DLC never reviews as well as an indie game.
We'll talk about that when we get to my list.
Yeah.
And then also the other thought was I was worried about like I think it was coming out at such a busy time. I was also worried about it not getting enough reviews and enough outlets actually like giving it the time to review it. So that was kind of I was again doubting myself a lot, and I shouldn't have. And so yeah, we'll see with Unbeatable, but then Marvel Cosmic Invasion I think is going to give me big points. Their last game, Shredder's Revenge, I think reviewed at like an 87 or something like that. So I think Cosmic Invasion is going to get me big points to get me close here. I doubt I will take it all at the end of the year, but I'm in the conversation at least.
He's in the conversation.
And
You
I
are
want to make
very
sure we're
welcome.
clear, especially for people listening who don't have all the stuff in front of them. Michael, you said he's in the conversation, right? Because, of course, 95 points, but 3 games left to score here. You notably left out Parris Lilly. He has 93 points, but only 2 games left to go. I would assume that's the answer why you're leaving him out of this conversation right now.
Positivity P. Here's the catch with Parris Lilly. Kirby Air Riders. I think you're going to get a thumbs up. I think you might score about 85 or above on that. Call of Duty Black Ops 7, though, is a tough one. His final 2 picks here, Greg, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 and Little Nightmares 3 were his, hey, let's make a big move, a big bet right here. And I think he got too excited a little too early and selected those 2. I do think Call of Duty Black Ops 7 will review probably in the 77 to 80 range. I don't think we're going to go above 85 on that. Maybe you get to 80.
Even though it's got the guy from Heroes.
I think that there's a chance this one like is low 70s.
I don't know. They got. I think they're
hiding enough.
80.
They're hiding enough of the big stuff that we've talked about, and it's like, oof, why aren't we showing this?
Yeah.
Why aren't we talking about this? Game comes out pretty soon.
surprise you.
Yeah,
But
I don't know.
Little Nightmares 3, that was one where it's like, ooh, here's a game coming out, Halloween spooky season. Of course, it is super massive. It's not the original team. This is one maybe we jump on, and Parris definitely beat me to this, and 3 points is unfortunate there.
Yeah.
Let's run you through Parris' list so far. He with number 1, he took Hollow Knight Silksong, got 22 points off it. A huge get for you, Paris. Like a dragon, pirate, Yakuza in Hawaii got him 11 points. Assassin's Creed Shadows got him 11 points. The Outer Worlds 2 got him 12 points. Adamfall netted only 5. The Ulcers then got 16 points. Then, as we said, Kirby Air Riders is still in play. Borderlands 4 got him 12 points. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 got him no points yet. Obviously, we're waiting to see how that plays out. Little Nightmares 3 got him 3 points. And then his counter pick was Resident Evil Requiem. So he got
Great
him
counter
0.
pick.
Great counter pick.
I still don't see what everybody else sees. I'm still convinced Kirby Air Riders gets him like 5 points.
No,
I feel like that's
absolutely
wild.
He
Yeah.
does. Do you want to watch that last direct?
Yeah, man. Like, I don't get the
Sakurai put his
appeal.
foot in it, man. He put everything.
Yeah, when Sakurai goes full Sakurai,
He's
gonna,
gone full Sakurai.
He's gonna, yeah, he believes in this franchise. I think this is gonna do really
And it
well.
has Nintendo on the box.
Yeah.
that's at least an 80.
We'll see.
Paris, yeah, I think it's just it doesn't have that third slot that you're talking about to kick it around.
Those final 3 picks for him were the unfortunate ones, right?
Yeah.
Like you kind of start looking towards the end of the year. You look at what you have left after those initial first 5 picks, and it's tight, right? You don't have many picks to really play with. And Borderlands underperforming due to just a lot of bugs at launch and never finding its footing with the audience out there. That's an unfortunate pick at 12. Call of Duty is just a roll of the dice every year on where that is. That's like picking a sports game and hoping that this year's their breakout year. And then Little Nightmares 3, that was a roll of the dice. That's a 50-50 coin toss, in my opinion.
I'm surprised that's so low. I thought that would have came in at least like an 80 or something.
It previewed so well, it seemed like, and then, yeah, just reviews were like, meh.
The worry is, yeah, if it's not the original development team, does it still have the stuff? And, looks like the
They also
reviews
added
spoke on
co-op,
that.
but the co-op was only online co-op
Yeah.
as well. So
Oh, wait, what?
yeah.
Oh, that sucks. I was gonna play that tonight with Leanza on the couch. I had a whole night planned.
Yeah, sorry.
That sucks.
You can play and just tell her what to do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
She'll tell you what to do.
Paris is in the chat as well, and he said Fable screwed him because he
yeah.
also picked up Fable and had to drop
yeah.
it.
I think 25 years of Xbox held that one back. That's too bad.
Next year, big year, though. Get him on
We'll
there.
see.
Get,
Every year.
Every year's a big year
campaign
for
evolve. That'll count. That'll be okay.
That'll count.
I'm excited to see who picks that one.
That'll count.
After that, welcome to the cellar. It's me and Tim. I am in second to last place with Ecto 1 games. I do still have Mina the Hollower to play. I still
That's good.
do have Moonlighter 2 Endless Vault, which I want to talk about in a second. And then I have Octopath Traveler 0. But obviously, none of this is going to catch up. I hopefully just I'm able to stay in front of Tim, which is what I want.
Hey, Greg, why don't you just drop me to the Hollower?
Elden Ring Night Rain was my first pick. It got me 10 points. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater was my second, got me 15 points. My third one was egregious, but it was also part of the bit. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, The Order of the Giants. This only got me 2 points with my third pick. My idea, of course, was that I, notoriously didn't like Indiana Jones that much, or at least as much as everybody else claims they liked it. Yeah. And so I was like, oh, well, this is going to be their chance to get in there. And
Talking about Ninja Gaiden. I'm right there with you.
Well, that's a good game.
a game a lot of people still talking about. Yeah, we got a lot of Game of the Year lists, even the ones
Indiana
that went
Jones?
Yeah.
A lot of people loved Indiana
No,
Jones.
sure. That's why I got in our top 10. Enough of you clowns were like, oh, you were wrong about it.
it was in my
all
personal.
you had to do was put it at number 10. You would have got it on our list.
Not every game I play is going to be a top 10 game, but it's a great game,
Anyways, though, I was like, this DLC hopefully will be a chance, and it was not. Nobody gave that one the time of day. Then, Mina the Hollower. Then Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault, which, again, Mina and Moonlighter still coming. Interestingly, Moonlighter 2 on our thing says will not release. This game will not release this year.
Yeah.
In fact, Moonlighter 2 will release in early access this year. This is a conversation. I did join the Fantasy Critic Discord today.
Yes, you did.
I don't understand what's going on. Dan from Canada answered, your league has, quote, only needs a score, end quote, which means early access games, if they get enough reviews, 3 top critics, you will get a score, like Mike did last year with Hades 2.
Yep.
So
I'm
it is
gonna
this.
start showing up to these things with PowerPoints, because I definitely explained this at the beginning.
No, you did.
Okay,
no,
okay,
it's,
okay.
I mean, let's be honest, there's just
There's a lot of
so late
so
in the
much
year.
information, and then to get to here where it pops up, and I'm like, my question wasn't, what's going on? I was like, Moonlighter 2 is tagged as will not release, but it's coming to early access. Is this a thing with the league I'm in? Should I drop it, or will the inevitable reviews kick it up? So no,
Gotcha.
at the beginning of the year, you do a great job of explaining. It's just a year later where now I'm hazy of like, wait, am I wrong? Because my belief was if I get, I fully believe Moonlighter 2 is going to release this month and it's going to get scores
enough
at
reviews.
launch. Like, I'm not worried about it getting 3 top critics. I think it's going to. I don't think an IGN is going to hold off on it and be like, well, it's early access. I think you do early access.
They did kind of fuck you a little bit, though, because they said that they specifically weren't doing early access.
Well,
it was
no,
like on the
it's
thing.
even that thing where like, did they fuck me? Or because it was like you hovered over it and it was like a PR person has said, and it's like, well, you can't trust a fucking PR person. They're not the developer, you know what I mean? So I'm holding on hope that will get there, whatever. I like then Dan from Canada started giving me advice though, of like, well, you may want to do this with Mina and blah, 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 blah. And then I especially appreciated, my first day on this Fantasy Critic thing, I popped in. Jim Booney responded and just goes, Greg, did Tim come into work today? Pulling a kind of funny subreddit thread I made of a joke
so
into this
funny.
over here. So I appreciate the kind of funny best friends being out there all the time. Anyways, Moonlighter 2 is there. I am committed to it. I'm not letting Moonlighter go, especially since I'm already out of the fucking race. But I believe in Moonlighter 2. Then we get into an interesting trio of games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wheel World, which got me 3 points.
Tough.
To a T, which got me 0
Criminal.
points.
Super tough.
Criminal.
Hurdling, which got me 10 points.
Okay.
What's notable about all 3 of these games is that I played them all at the GDC ID at Xbox thing, came home and bid on them. And my thought being like, I thought the Wheel World demo was so good. I loved it so much. I reviewed it for us and I was like, this did not live up to the expectations I had on this game, which is heartbreaking, right? But it was that idea of I went against my own advice. If you look back through the years of doing Fantasy Critic, early on, I've fallen for this swan song again. This cool indie, I'm going to toss it out there. You fucking to the rescue, a dog. I'm like, people who get this are going to love this. And it's like, indies are so hard to nail, but coming off of last year where like Barrett killed it with Balatro and stuff like that, I was like, I got in my own head of I need to find the diamonds in the rough.
That indie hit.
I need to find these games that I think have the chance, that have the juice, that have the thing. And I thought all 3 of these games could, and it was that thing. I know what I'm saying. I thought they could deliver on it.
You're
To a
betting
T-
on one of them. Yeah.
To a T being a more, like it's from Nobi Boy director, like a weird ass game, but here's an idea that might work better with
And
it.
I think we had played the demo at this point at Xbox, ID at Xbox during GDC. Because remember me and you coming out of that being like, man, this game is super charming.
Yeah.
Like looking forward to this.
the songs, this, I was like, this could be a lot of fun.
I also bid on this game, and I think you outbid me on it. Which thank you, by the way.
No problem. I'm happy I took the bullet for it. You know what I mean? But again, now we've learned my lesson. And next year, no fucking indies unless they've been gestate.
That's what I feel. No
10
indies,
years.
no Xbox. That's what I'm going for, except for Forza.
After hurdling, I
be
was
there.
able to pick up Sea of Stars, Throes of the Watchmaker. 17 points picked up on that one. And then, like I said,
That's number 1.
Octopath
one right
Traveler 0 is still in play for me this year. I had counterpicked Grand Theft Auto, so that's nice. And I have 59 points. Mina, Octopath.
Octopath's a little weird though.
I know.
Because it's like that. What was
It's
it?
not the
It's the
full-
mobile game, right? That they're now porting to.
Well,
the-
it's not a.
It's not a port.
it's a
like
remake.
spiritual successor.
It's a
or some
reimagining.
shit or whatever. I don't know.
reimagining. Yeah.
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 There's like some like the systems and the way they're telling the story and maybe some character stuff they're pulling from the mobile game, but it's like kind of a new, different game. Some
see.
would say.
You should drop me in the
Reimagining.
Hollower.
No.
Yeah,
It's not coming out this year.
I thought they delayed it, but they didn't put a new delay.
That's what I'm saying.
That
Again, it just doesn't matter.
I think
fact
it's, I
that
If
think
it
they
comes
delayed it
out,
and
hey,
there's
a lot of
no-
points for me, and if it doesn't, I still fucking lose. So whatever.
I mean, I think it would serve Mike better, is what I'm saying.
Mike's had his own problems.
What Blessing? Why are you trying to help Mike
We
win?
can turn out.
I'm trying to help
fun
Mike
to be the
pick up
heel.
a game that's going to get delayed to next year.
Yeah,
That's
we
what I'm
can
trying to do.
talk about those options, Greg, if you want to drop a game, because I do have some high.
We turn our eyes
here.
back to you.
Ooh, a little
Nobody-
trade.
Do we
Ooh, a
wanna-
little legal and fair trade, Mike, going on here.
Because Greg, now it all comes down to me and my move. I don't think anyone truly on this league will make one more final move. I think it is just me here, and it is me in the driver's seat. It is my game to fumble, as the audience has said, and now I have to look at what's in front of me, and I've really took my time on this. I've missed out on some hits, Ball X Pit here,
That's
and a
on me.
couple others, but I also have dodged some bullets by not getting too excited. Football Manager 26, I'm looking at you. And so right now, this moment, if I was to put in a bid for this week, that would be probably Hyrule Warriors, Age of Imprisonment.
yeah.
I have that under the wire if I wanted to get in, right? Where does that stand? Where does that going to put me? If
What did the last one get? What did
Like
an
a
open
92.
critic? 92.
Yeah.
No
What,
way.
Hyrule
Oh, yeah.
Warriors?
Barrett, I need you not to step in.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't
No,
think
he's
that's
lying.
how high it
Barrett,
got.
we're lying
But Roger
right now.
will double check that.
We're
for the
cheating.
people up here. But it's one of those of like,
76 was Warriors.
70
What was the other one? Age of Calamity 79.
Yes. So if you look at my score right now at 121, and you think about Barrett, Blessing, Andy, I need something that is guaranteed over 15 at this point, if not reaching into the 20s, because Barrett has 3 spots, and all 3 of those games could easily score over 15s, which would skyrocket him in a heartbeat. Andy there right behind me, he could do the same with 2 15s. I need something that's going to put me into the highest 139, if not 140 to win.
You look at the list of top available games, right? And Hyrule obviously is at the top of it, right? But
Yes.
I do look at that Terminator 2D. No
Thank
Fate.
you.
I'm super excited for that, and I know that but I feel like the kind of people who are going to be drawn to that are going to be like, man, what a cool thing. Now, does that get you 15 points? That's tough.
And also, does that game get delayed again? Because they keep delaying it for like...
this last one was tariffs, so you're hopeful this time it doesn't.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah.
So I have that one on my list is Terminator
People liked
2D.
morsels from that thing we just
No
watched.
Fate. It looks very
honestly,
cool.
if I was in your position, I might look at morsels. Like, that's not even a joke.
Okay,
I think that game looks fucking
I
awesome.
haven't heard of that one. We can look that up.
can look
But
into
I
it.
have, of course,
It's a developer
Anno,
one.
117 packs. Romana, you can
Yep.
look at an Anno and hope that maybe the strategy nerds will come out. The problem with that is you
They
got a
fucked me in the
Ubisoft
past.
title on that. And then on top of that, you saw what happened with, of course,
Civ, and then also, what was that one that Xbox was doing that I picked up that I
yes,
got like 72?
Aura,
Yes,
History
History
Untold.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
A
that
lot
fucked
of
me on that.
these strategy games, it initially comes out, the audience says, no, we want this, we want that, you messed this up. And it takes about 1 to 2 DLCs or content updates to get that right. And so the initial picks of these strategy games are very smart because they do finish up on the higher end. But the problem is,
start pretty low.
They start low because the audience, the diehard fans, are not happy with
And
what
then
you
it's
delivered.
rare for people to go back later in the same year to like re-review to like change that score and stuff. But Mike, you could trust Roger.
Yeah, you could.
You could trust Roger and believe
Yep.
that a mainline unannounced Half-Life game will shadow drop at the Game
Dude,
Awards.
that's
been
what
talking about
I've
this.
been saying this for years, man. We've been tracking
years.
Gabe Newell's boat. Where the fuck is the
where's the
boat?
boat?
Is he gonna show up in LA and is he gonna go on stage and is Jeff Keighley gonna have the moment where he's like, I got a little bit of that high last year of I announced a ton of games. I announced Okami, but everyone wanted Half-Life, so here it is. It's in the ether. Half-Life X, HLX, is in the codes of fucking, what's the game you play? What's that little?
Deadlock.
Deadlock. It's in that- It's in that code of Deadlock. HLX is in there. Somewhere out there,
Roger,
there is a new Half-Life game.
You already used your super drop, right? Like your at drop
I'm done.
anything? Okay, thank God.
Why?
Because knowing you, like, I could see you at the last moment dropping Metroid Prime for this motherfucker to pick
Do
up.
something crazy.
I would
So,
never do such a thing.
You for sure would do
Fuck
such a
you.
thing.
There-
But now I have an idea for a trade.
There's one more game, Greg, out there that maybe could be my saving grace.
Oh, God.
If you look at my list, there was one game that I chose to believe in. And through the past October 30 days, the whole month, I have pandered to this audience with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. And guess what? Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 just, 2 weeks ago, announced that they have a DLC on the way.
Run it
And
back.
I said,
Run it back,
"Uh-oh,
Mike."
Am I about to run it back with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 DLC
That's actually
to
genius.
possibly secure this win in the best way possible?
That's actually kind of
Right.
genius.
So there you can see it.
Mysteria.
But
Yep.
let's also hover over the other DLCs that they've had and what the scores he's gotten
Yes.
over there. I believe one of them had like 10 points or 60, or it was like a 60 or 70. So like these
But
things,
aren't they making a big deal about this one? I thought they were making
I
a big
think this
deal
is the
about
bigger one.
This one, we're riding the high of Kingdom Come Deliverance
Riding the
2.
high.
I'm a believer of it now. I've been playing it nonstop. Wouldn't it be fun if I bet everything on this game? If I fumble the bag, everybody can say, nana boo boo, you messed up. But if it wins, we could have one of the greatest stories ever. And that's, ladies and gentlemen and MBs, where I'm at right now.
or you bet it all on me, your best friend, Half-Life 3, HLX. HLX will be there.
You took ball pit from me. I'm upset at you.
Okay.
You had months.
This is breaking up now. Okay.
Do we want to look at the Big Losers team?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't look at Tim.
Yeah, we kind of looked past them a little bit.
It's funny to go from like Parris's thing, which is so clean, like well laid out, and you look at Tim's, and Tim's look like somebody's like drawn on it with like marker. And shit.
Let's look at hashtag let Tim Publish. Currently 56 points. His first pick, and it was counterpicked and locked in. It won't release. Unannounced mainline 3D Mario platformer.
Big bet.
Second pick, Pokemon Legends ZA. That got him 12 points.
Okay.
Not too shabby.
Okay.
Better than I would have thought.
Then, of course, 2XKO. This is a game that will not release, as it said, so 0 points.
That's crazy because they got an IGN review.
Well, it's out in early access.
Yeah, I know. He just needs like
This
one
is the
more.
game. This is the scary thing, right?
Yeah.
Then he had Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake. That got him 15 points.
Good for him. Yeah, just happened.
Then he had counterpicked as well Resident Evil Requiem by Parris, 0 points on that one. Then he had Midnight Walk, which got him 10 points.
Tough.
Then Darwin's Paradox,
Tough.
The Eternal Life of Goldman.
I love Tim. It's just hilarious that he saw that and he's like, "This is my game."
Getting it. Darwin's Paradox, like, what's the deal? I used to cover
It was a Konami published game.
Konami
It was like a
published.
No,
random.
I meant more like, so okay, there's no word on when it's coming out. It was just
No.
2025 and no cancellation.
And then the same with
Cancellation.
Eternal Life of Goldman. Like that was one that we saw, I think, at the very end of last year or maybe the beginning of this year. Looks cool. It looks
Yeah.
more of like a DuckTales, but
Got it.
type of vibe, gameplay wise. But then hand drawn Cuphead vibes as well.
Sure. Then he went for Mafia: The Old Country. That got him 3 points.
I told him
Tough.
not to do it.
Super
And then
tough.
he did get Silent Hill F. That brought
Hey.
him 16 points.
That was fire.
That was
Yeah.
good.
Counter
last
pick,
pick.
however, is Dispatch.
Okay,
So
so
the
he's
15 points that he just gained from Dragon Quest, he will lose with Dispatch
Yeah.
eventually.
That's tough.
He originally had a Greek God of War 2D game on his list.
yeah.
By the way.
He was getting.
You want
hyped
to know
up
the kind
on
of
those
player
ga-
Tim
yeah.
is this season.
He always dreams. He always goes with his heart. You got to respect
Yeah,
it.
we respect him. We love him.
So,
I mean,
Mike,
it worked for him before.
are you prepared to say, Mike, what you're going to actually bet on?
Yeah, I am, Greg.
No, are you doing it now?
Because I'm going to do it for the audience. I'm going to do it for the
He
people.
loves content. Will you
And
not
I
make
love-
some content, Roger?
I love
I
making
love
a story, and I love content. Greg Miller taught
And
me
he
the
loves
ways.
pandering.
And I love
He loves
Kingdom
pandering.
Come Deliverance too. I've been playing it all month long.
He has been.
And I believe in this game. And gosh darn it, it wouldn't be the year 2025 of stepping out of my gaming box and not believing in something that I have fallen in love with. So today, I will be putting in my final bid for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 DLC number 3. Here we go.
Oh wow, what a strong name.
Proud of you,
I'll
Mike.
see you soon.
Proud of you, Mike.
Thank you, everyone.
So proud of you, Mikey.
Proud of everybody on this panel, and of course, the Fantasy Critic. You can keep up with it, kindafunny.com/KF League 2025. Some super chats before we get out of here. Jackson says, "Let's go, Mike. You got this Fantasy Critic in the bag, baby."
Let's go, Henry and Hans.
Then we got what? Michael says, "Time to cancel Greg for his Reese's opinion." I've been canceled for worst already. Lingering Shadow says, "In my league, we are awarding the person with the most budget left over just 5 extra points to
5
incentivize
points.
not blowing your budget."
Not bad.
I think
But also-
Mike's idea just goes a
I
little
like
too
it.
far.
What's wrong with blowing your budget? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
you got the
hard.
money, spend it.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at me.
Ryan says, "I'm just starting the
with it.
stream, but I had to share. I saw the title of this and just said out loud, 'Oh fuck yes!'
Yeah.
So we're glad you're here." And then this is an interesting one for you to think about, Commissioner.
Okay.
Michael super chats and says, "Bless. Is there an option to do a spring league and a fall league? I think it could be interesting to draft games in the first 6 months and the second half."
Interesting.
And
I'll look
then he
into
says
it.
the winner's cumulative. No, we played on the page. We played on the page.
I'll see what options they have on the site. I don't want to get too
Yeah.
extracurricular.
I know there's some fun ones of like I know other leagues do the thing where it's like, oh, you can like choose multiple counter picks and like you choose one in the beginning, you choose another one later. There's some
And
weird
then,
things
yeah,
like
I
that.
think Giant Bomb does it where it's like you have a counter pick you do at the draft day, and then you have to fill your second counter pick or you like lose points or some shit by the end
Yeah.
of the year, which is cool.
might get too
I'll
complicated.
put
but
out
some
a poll. I'll put out a poll for what people like, what people
Internally?
don't like. No, like on the internet for the audience, because they're the ones that consuming this content,
nah.
right? So it's like, do y'all like when Roger picks 10 remakes?
Yeah, they
We'll
do.
see.
They love that.
Let us know, ladies, gentlemen, and NBs, and make sure you come back each and every weekday for a new episode of the Kinda Funny Gamescast. Remember, we're hurtling towards the Fantasy Critics Summit for next year, drafting for next year, finding out who won this year. It'll all be decided soon on this very show. So like, subscribe, share, and if you really enjoy the content, pick up a Kinda Funny membership. Patreon.com/KindaFunny, YouTube.com/KindaFunnyGames, Apple, Spotify. Get all of our shows ad-free. Get a daily dose of me in a series we call Gregway, and of course, get Good Karma for supporting an 11-person small business. All about live talk shows. If you are watching live, up next is Predator in Review.
Oh.
AVPPP. We return to Killer of Killers. Of course, you can watch it later. Get it on your podcast services. And don't forget, there's a stream coming up of Battlefield and an NVIDIA-sponsored one. So, you got nowhere else to be. Hang out with us. But until next time, it's been our pleasure to serve you.